The other great anniversary today is the dismissal. It's now 50 years since that momentous political conflagration, and the wounds still run deep. The Labor Party, which on every other day and in every other political battle adopts the ethos of whatever it takes, well, remember, they formed government by cajoling two former Conservatives just 15 years ago. Well, Labor likes to cry foul forever over the dismissal. Anthony Albanese certainly is maintaining the rage.
Make no mistake, November the 11th, 1975 was not a constitutional crisis. It was a partisan political ambush. The dismissal was a calculated plot hatched by Conservative forces which sacrificed conventions and institutions in the pursuit of power.
This is nonsense, of course. Yes, it was tough politics. Yes, the coalition was blocking supply. But as Liberal MP and constitutional lawyer Julian Leeser has pointed out today, Labor tried the same tactic time and time again. In the end, there needs to be a reserve power. Sure, we don't want it used willy-nilly, but eventually, if there's a stalemate, there must be a way to break it. Sir John Kerr might have incurred the wrath of Labor forever, and he might have ensured that Gough Whitlam became a Labor martyr. But no one can argue he did not have the power. And no one can argue the power does not still exist. In tonight's Sky News documentary, The Dismissal 50 Years On, the current Governor-General dares to ponder the possibility of history repeating itself.
And I would never say never. Yeah. One of the beauties of our constitutional arrangements and the reserve powers is that they are there and available to be affected by the Governor-General in the interest of stability of the nation. So I'm not going to say it would never happen, but the fact that we're discussing it 50 years later, when this event will be marked by that 50th anniversary, I think tells us that we will not be in this position where a Governor-General will be sitting across from a sitting Prime Minister and effectively using the dismissal of power.
Now, that would seem to be a wise and honest and cautious answer, although the Governor-General has had to clear up other comments where she said she wouldn't do what Kerr did. The King's representative now has clarified that she will uphold the conventions of the Constitution. The Governor-General's power does exist. Its very existence should help ensure it's seldom used. But there it is, and the country's preeminent political historian Paul Kelly, who was in the thick of the action as a reporter at the time, has a pretty good take on factors that would likely preclude another dismissal.
I don't believe it will ever happen again. The Kerr form of dismissal of Whitlam is now the anti-model. No Governor-General will ever do that again. The second reason I say it won't happen again is Whitlam and Fraser. These were gigantic figures from another age. They were prepared to smash convention to seek their own gain, to uphold their own principles. Politics is different now. I mean, Susan Lee and Anthony Albanese are not chiselled from those sort of stones.
Yeah, fair enough. But there will be more political hard men and hard women in the future. There is one point that too few people add to any conversation about the dismissal, and that is the ultimate outcome. Malcolm Fraser was, of course, installed as a caretaker Prime Minister. An election was called immediately. As befits a democracy, the decision about who would form government was given back to the people.
Both leaders faced large and noisy public rallies, but the voters had had enough of the Whitlam experiment, the coalition winning a 55-seat majority and almost 56% of the two-party preferred vote.
Yeah, the people spoke, and their verdict was decisively against Whitlam. The dismissal might have sent him to the polls, but it was the voters who dispensed with Gough Whitlam, and they had few regrets.